My name is Giorgio. As a little boy, I was destined for stardom. When we were kids, me and my sister made a pact that one of us would become a famous actor and live among celebrities in Hollywood. Since she was beaten with an ugly stick, I must carry the dream solo. By the way, that's not a picture of me. That's just a picture of a black baby. As I begin my journey, I first say goodbye to my sister.
You go to Los Angeles and you do this for the both of us. Take lots of pictures.
She's like acid on the ice, but I love her anyways. My cousin Sergio will meet me in Los Angeles and take me to an agent he's met. The rest, as they say, will be history. This is exciting. I hope I get to have sex with Sarah Palin. I get off the plane and out of the terminal and jump up and down in excitement. I get down on the ground and kiss the pavement, get dried gum stuck to my face. I try to hail a cab, but nobody stops. A sexy Filipino woman catches my eye. She walks over and starts flirting with me, which is cool because I think Filipinos are the 11th hottest race of woman on the planet. To make sure I'm not misunderstanding her advances, I ask her if she wants to have sexual intercourse with me, and in one way or another, she gets the message across. We get to her apartment building and start fooling around in the hallway. Her hair or the hallway smells like cheese. Either way, I start fiending cheese. She tells me she's on her period, and I'm like, what? So I slap her for wasting my time, and let her know not to screw with me again. Bitch. I get outside and realize I don't have a ride to the hotel, so I casually try and stop the first car I see. I offer to make out with him for 30 seconds for a ride, but he seems weirded out by that, so I offer him $1, and he becomes interested. I grab my bag and head to the hotel to meet Sergio. I get to the lobby and head upstairs, and Sergio is waiting in the hallway. He says I'm already late to my agent meeting and need to hurry. He seems panicked, and I tell him I'm going to leave as soon as I get changed. But really, I need to take a massive shit. 57 minutes later, I go to the restaurant, and the agent is already there. His name is Julius, which I think is fucking stupid. He tells me I'm a deadbeat, and I'll never make it in this town. I try to woo him with my sexually questionable European charm, but he doesn't seem to care. How can that be? The day is going badly enough, until I look down and see a dollar bill. I think my fortunes are turning, until I take a closer look and see George Washington is telling me I have chlamydia. I did some dirty things with 2 Jack Russell Terriers back in '97, so I accept it. I'm miserable when I get back to the hotel, but I see 3 women in the bar and it gives me a quarter chub, so I'm happy again. The redhead is cute, as she flirtatiously whisks her hair, but then I realize she's brushing dandruff off her shoulder. The sexy Latina in the middle really does it for me, until I see that she has crazy bitch eyes, and I nix that idea. That leaves the cute one on the left with the DSLs. I decide to call her DSL. If you don't know what DSL is, Google it. Before I can make my move, Sergio shows up and invites them all up to the room for a drink. We open a bottle of what I think is vodka. It's tequila. I hate tequila, so I throw up all over crazy bitch eye's feet, but nobody seems to mind, so we keep going. Nothing interesting happens for the rest of the night, so I'll spare you the boring 3 seconds and cut to the blackout. As I wake up, I'm still drunk, and I look at my hand to see the important reminder note I left for myself. I speak the truth. I realize I'm not alone, and turn around to see DSL next to me. I'm so awesome! I offer another go-around, but she wants to talk instead. Fuck. She says Sergio told her I was trying to find an agent, and she knows an actress that can help. She gives me a card with this bitch's information, and just like that, I'm back in the game. All of a sudden, her fucking boyfriend comes in, and he seems a little pissed off. So I do what I've always done in this situation. Go into my pants, pull out a pocket knife, stab him in the thigh, and get the fuck out of there. For some reason, the stabbing makes me crave a milkshake. So I go to a coffee shop and order myself one, and it's the most delicious thing. I get back to the hotel, and Sergio's passed out in a pair of oops, I shit my pants underwear. I try and wake him up, but fail. So I look around and find the bottle of tequila. I grab it, turn him over, and pour it on his face. He wakes up. I tell him we need to go, but he says not before a fashion show. We realize we have no more money, so we find a local terrorist down the street, bash him over the head, and take his money, and then celebrate the victory. We're about to leave when the terrorist grabs Sergio and pulls him down. Sergio tells me he'll be fine and to get to the woman's apartment. Sergio's the best! He died of multiple stab wounds 12 seconds later. I get to the actress's place, and she looks like she's had sex more times than she's been to the grocery store. Her brain is slow initially, like an Asian woman on her cell phone learning to drive. But then she remembers she was expecting me, and she lets me in. Her place smells like gasoline, but it's pretty nice and normal until I look to my right and see a naked man sitting in a dog cage with an ice cream cone. Instantly, I crave ice cream. I keep walking and notice a dog sitting on the floor with a tray of weed on his head. I turn around, and there appears a sultry woman sitting on the couch sipping a glass of wine and... Oh shit, it's crazy bitch eyes! Back away? Not today. I take a moment to collect myself, and sex hair lady writes down the number to her agent. She tells me that he'll be waiting for me in front of Man's Chinese Theater at midnight. I get really excited, so I smoke some weed from the dog tray before I leave. I get to the theater, and no one is there yet, so I compare my hands with some famous people's to see who has the bigger penis. Mine is bigger than Matt Damon's and Mel Gibson's, but smaller than George Clooney, Will Smith, and Donald Duck. Still, nobody has shown up, and I'm about to throw in the towel when a beautiful, sexy blonde appears beside me. I make my way over to her. We laugh and laugh about gas prices, the unemployment rate, and presidential nominees. Then she takes out 2 pills of ecstasy, and slowly, the night starts to turn into a blur. I wake up the next morning tied to a bed. This has been a fantasy of mine, so it makes me happy. I read a note next to me saying, Venice, Italy? Beach, bitch. Noon. What? I don't get it. So I break free and make my way to the coast. I get to Venice Beach and play around like a cool badass, like David Hasselhoff or the 30-year-olds playing teenagers on Glee. My lover still hasn't come, so I take a seat and wait. But Gasolicious next to me rips a nasty one and it goes in my mouth. I try and slap her for poisoning me, but she moves and I fall to the ground. When I look up, a man towers over me and introduces himself as the agent that never showed up the night before. He says he's pressed for time and needs an impromptu audition, so I give him all I've got. A mashup of an Eddie Murphy stand-up routine mixed with the finale of the popular Broadway musical, Cats. He's almost convinced, so I throw in a blowjob and it seals the deal. He kids. We shake on it, and I notice he's wearing my watch I lost the night before. It doesn't make sense to me, but I decide to ask him anyway. And he says that he is the woman from the night before. This doesn't add up until... Oh, she was wearing a button that says I have a penis. She was. I thought it was a stale Twinkie. Fuck my life. It doesn't matter. I have an agent. Only money, bitches, and cocaine from this point on. Then rehab, loneliness, and cocaine relapse. Then depression, uglier bitches, more rehab, and a suicide attempt. My sister's going to be so happy for me. Giorgio's in town, motherfuckers!